Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Gemini reading. The new moon is tomorrow, actually very early in the morning on the west coast of the U.S. So I expect many people in most of the world will be experiencing the full moon on Sunday now as I speak, as I do this reading. So let's get started with your overall energy for this reading. I will be creating extended from this reading, and I will be asking you to like, share, comment, and to subscribe at the very end of the video. Most importantly, as I go through, the axis of the horoscope wheel is appreciating and honoring your time. I greatly respect that you're spending time with me and all the support that I received from so many of you. So thank you for that. So the Sun card, Cancer, is your overall energy. This is a place of being who you are and enjoying, loving yourself, loving your world, loving your ability to enjoy, to take pleasure in the abundance around you, recognizing opportunities that surround you for love, camaraderie, creativity, your imagination to roam freely. This is your wild innocence blooming in who you are and finding happiness and deep acceptance, not only for this ability to express yourself freely, but to recognize the beautiful impact that your ability to find joy in your life gives to those around you, uplifts and illuminates the really sacred nature of the service, the activity that you are performing as a group. In the position of the 10th house, your social identity, the way others see you, 6 of Pentacles is putting you in a position to share resources, give of yourself in a way that allows you to acknowledge your phenomenal caretaking skills, your ability to provide, be responsible for the well-being of others, but also to recognize that it is appropriate for you to step back and allow others to give to you, to make space to receive in your life. This is part of what allows you to bloom in the way that you're currently becoming aware and experiencing the sense of joy and pleasure in life, allowing yourself to receive what others, particularly those who you so carefully attend to whom you understand and accept without a request for support, are able to do the same for you. And this is really, in a deeper sense, your willingness to distribute some shared resources together. This can be you in a job acknowledging the work that others have done and distributing the rewards or the recognition to others, and stepping back and allowing yourself to receive the very same from your team, from your community, from your within your domestic environment, from your significant partners or family members. This is about really being very clear about the terms of engagement in all of your relationships so that you're clear that you are in a position to work from a place of equity where people are at and what based on what skills and strengths they can offer. In the first house, we have the Devil card. What an interesting turn as you are moving through this experience of illumination, enlightenment, the abundance around you is being reflected through the prism of your own restrictions, the limitations you have experienced. This can be very real physical limitations that you experience. This can be a sense of difference or being outside of the fray, needing to requiring you to manage others because you are not entirely included in this community in a way that makes you feel as though you are one of or equal to. This is the prism through which you are releasing a sense of limitation. You are recognizing that this conformity, this conditioning that has dictated your sense of responsibility towards others, your sense of place in a community as being not a part of the privilege of abundance in some way, is something that you have had to discard, something you've had to recognize has shaped your experience in some very critical way, in particular with regard to this community or the sharing of some resources among family members, friends, or allies, co-inheritors. You're understanding that your difference is what makes you particularly keen and able to recognize the worthiness of others. Quite a reversal from the way that you may have customarily understood your experience, where you were not felt to be included among the chosen ones. Now you're recognizing how others have experienced a sense of, or how, despite this experience, that those who you may have perceived as being favored actually are struggling with the same sense of worthiness in your estimation, and that you, in releasing this sense of being outside of anything, recognizing your authentic skills, your strengths, your enlightenment, and the sharing of light and inspiration that you offer others, that they too, despite perhaps having some different location in that, are also worthy of receiving abundance, joy, a sense of sacred mission in their activities. This is kind of a boss card, and I hope that I'm making myself clear here. You're understanding that you're still the boss, just in a different way than you thought before, you thought of before. In the fourth house, this is the house of your home, your history, your foundation. The Page of Wands shows you so enlightened and illuminated with regard to self-acceptance, self-respect, passion for who you are, the release of that love and passion that you have for adventure, for trying new things, for wanting to do things differently, that this is really what's being implemented, I sense, in your domestic environment, with your intimates, and with regard to family or childhood relationships. You're willing to start anew because of this new sense that you have of righteous passion and inclusion, of being empowered to be adventurous, bold, lighting your environment up, feeling inspired and motivated to do things differently. In the seventh house, the Four of Cups is interesting. In your significant relationships, I sense a place of, what do you say when you're indifferent, a little disappointed in the status quo, recognizing that you have what you need, even if you don't have what you want. And you're considering the possibility of the changes that you've made in approaching, pursuing your dreams as the possibility that could, in fact, that is, in fact, the pursuit or the establishment of a different kind of emotional foundation in your relationships. This is you not excluding yourself from the mix, not privileging the needs and desires of others, but recognizing that your needs and desires only enhance your ability to feel emotionally fulfilled in relationships, and your readiness at this time to pursue that as a way of satisfying your sense of emotional balance and groundedness in your relationships. This is actually stepping out and being yourself in a way that is uncharacteristic to the role that you've always played. This is really interesting. I'm going to clarify the Six of Pentacles in the 10th house with the Hanged Man in the 9th house and the Five of Swords in the 11th house. And I'm clarifying the 10th house because it represents the midheaven, which is the highest star in the sky with regard to our planet, our personal horoscope wheel or birth chart. And so this represents your destiny, your aspiration. This is why I'm clarifying this card in particular over others. The Hanged Man in the 9th house is indicating that this has required, in order to make this shift, to allow yourself this expression, this passionate expression, has required a great deal of consideration, of reshifting your perspective, of looking at things and people and relationships differently. You're aware of the sense of limitation that you may have always experienced with regard to your most intimate relationships. This can also be a factor in your job, in your work, perhaps your specialty or your specialization or your leadership marked you as apart from the team in a way that you are trying to process. In fact, you are still considering and mulling over the experiences of self-doubt, the experiences of inadequacy, the experiences of asking for help and being denied when, in fact, you have been empowered with the ability to help and assist others. In fact, you have often believed that to be your job over the request for assistance that you've made. You have endeavored for quite some time to overturn this really imbalanced sense of deservedness, worthiness of assistance and support, piercing this sense of self-doubt that is unjustified in almost any way except through this experience of being excluded, being pinpointed as the one who is tasked with taking care of everything, taking care of the details for others. So you have really been looking at explicitly the contracts that you make with others, the agreements that you make, the terms of those agreements, and how explicit they need to be in order for you to pursue the sense of purpose, the sense of entitlement that you are now recognizing as part of your birthright. This is part of who you are. Your ability to pursue your needs, your desires, has been a long time coming. It may have been difficult to identify what it is that you've wanted with regards to the family, the team, the organization. But in doing so, you have released yourself from a tremendous weight and need to conform. I am going to pull a Soul's Oracle card and ask you to like this video if you're enjoying it, if it's resonating, to share this with others who might enjoy it, and to comment below. Absolutely. I love hearing your thoughts and your appreciations, your feedback. Also subscribing to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And the card I pulled is change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And I'm going to pull a Language of the Flowers Oracle for some additional support from the planet, and out flips the pitcher plant. And the key word is insight. The answers are there for those who look. This is beautiful. Thank you so much, Cancer. I will be developing an extended reading from this, linked in the description box below. Please join me if you feel so inclined. And until next time, Namaste.